Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Boy Ghost Jr. We're continuing on with some more Avowed right where we left off. Giatta is officially... Where is she? Giatta? Oh, there she is. She's officially in our party, and we're heading out. We are headed outwards. Oh, and actually, the game has officially released as of yesterday, and with yesterday came a patch update. I don't know what the update number is, but let's talk about that for a second. So the patch update changed a lot of different things, but most importantly, changed the tier system for weapons and armor when interacting with enemies. So originally, if you were a different tier from your enemy, say if I was using a fine weapon, doesn't matter which level of fine, +1, +2, +3, doesn't matter. If it's just fine and the enemy was a exceptional level, meaning their armor and weapons were exceptional, such as this, you would do bare minimum damage. I believe the percentage was 30%, so you would do 30% less damage to them and they would do 30% more damage to you. And that's if there was a gap in the tier like this. I don't know if there must have been like an even bigger gap if you were fine and there were the 2 tiers up or 3 tiers up or whatever, but we never got to that point. But when we came to this area, we were fine, and we ran into some fine enemies in the beginning, but then we started running into exceptional enemies, and we were still fine level, and we were not doing that much damage, and we were getting mollywopped. We're getting mollywopped all around this map. And then we upgraded to exceptional, and then we're doing just fine. Well, they changed that. So you still have the +30 and -30 going in and out, but instead of being just a flat out being a difference in tier level, it is a difference in tier level +4 or -4, depending how you look at it. So, for example, if I'm using a fine quality +3 such as this, you guys can't see the +3, but you can see underneath it has 3 ticks. That's fine level +3. And let's say the enemy is exceptional +1, such as this gun. I will not be debuffed with the -30% damage going outward and +30 damage coming inward. I'm within the four ticks, or the 4 tier levels or whatever. I don't know what you want to call them. So that debuff does not turn on. But say if this was fine level 1 and this was exceptional level, let's see, 1 2 3 4, let's say exceptional level 2, like this one, if there was a difference between them of 4, then that debuff would occur. Now that's what they changed with the update. It used to be flat out, if you're just, say if you're fine level 3 and then the enemy's exceptional level 1, there's only a difference in 1 level, you would get fucked up. You get messed up, you won't be able to do any damage. Now that is no longer the case. They have to be 4 levels over you for the debuff to occur. So that's the biggest change that they did in this game. I hope I explained that somewhat coherently. But oh yeah, Giatta has 4 levels. I want her. Giatta heals enemies a small amount. I want that right away. Also, I want to change it to Reconstruction increases the healing granted to allies below 20%. Reconstruction grants temporary health to allies that are already maximum health. Really? Yeah, Reconstruction revives incapacitated allies when Giatta kills an enemy. That might be a good one. Past maximum health, though. I don't want that one. What do we get here? Giatta calls forth an invigorating wave of energy that heals allies 20%. Purification heals allies by 50% of their maximum health. Enemies within the range of purification are interrupted and knocked back. Increased damage reduction of allies by 20% for 15 seconds. Alrighty. So we're headed out with the Giatta here. Oh, wait, the sealed note. Our friends are gathering in a cave behind a waterfall west of here. I count more than a dozen of them. I noticed that these two carry close inside. Oh, I already did this. Oh, we sent the guy out to find their headquarters as well. I forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. So we're heading over there. Perfect time to make up camp and talk to our guys as well. So I've decided not to break down my unique stuff just because I don't know whether or not I want to change between my unique stuff. I don't know. I decided to kind of keep myself from selling it. So this is all unique. Some of this stuff is exceptional. Some of it's just fine. I think this is just common. That's all right. We're gonna take this item because again, boots don't change the weight, so kind of chill in there. Oh, I can finally make this exceptional. Let's go. What do I need for this? I need Adamant's Wort. Adamant's Wort is what I need, which is right here. We get from Helian's Talon, and we need Partisan Ladder for that. Alright, so Hylia's Talon or Partisan Ladder. Just grab all that shit.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
I think you're going to enjoy working for yourself. It isn't going anywhere. You can always make amends.
You can't know how much I appreciate that. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
I don't have much to desire aside of Mansu camp and a full bedroom.
Good, because I have a lot of research to do, and this could take a while. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
Probably, though not through any fault of ours, with anything like nothing ventured.
Well, I never expected to live forever. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready.
Sounds good.
I hope so, anyway. What's on your mind? Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started about 50 years ago, in the great city of Spirento. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position.
Oh, Maxim Vidaro, 50 years ago.
We'll get to that. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated, his political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not
So
the
it would have been
banks,
grandfather,
not the
maybe.
merchants, or the politicians. So, Maxim did what Valians do best. Maxim plotted his revenge. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered. Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world, never to return.
Oh, damn.
And Maxim did just that. He gathered a following and left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god. Fiorento was full of animancers, many of them in debt, and Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul. Of course, you and I know better. He died peacefully, content that what he made would outlast him. His son has been in charge ever since.
Okay.
For better or worse.
So it is his son. I thought it was grandfather for a second. No, that is the father. Okay.
His father had the advantages of growing up in Valian society. So did mine. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. Just not the dreams I have afterwards.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adiran ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them. Let me think. Quilici has a girlfriend, as cute as a button, and as smart as an archmage. That isn't a secret. I'm just happy for him. Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers lost their lives in a winter storm. Ever since, people have heard ghostly cries from a nearby cave. Fascinating, isn't it? Tragic, of course, but fascinating. Sorry to disappoint. Being an out... What are you so curious about? Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions. Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself. Kai wears his confidence like a mask. We all do. No one wants to project their frailties. But in his case, hiding behind it amplifies his better qualities. So I say, let him have his mask. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process. Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him. We're all wounded. That's the price of survival in the living lands. Just look at you. Only just got here and you died in the line of duty.
Yeah.
You may not be from the living lands, but the island left you a scar to remember. Now, you're just like us. We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit.
Oh, I do.
This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Fior Messiverno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
Okay.
I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fior's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden. Anything's possible, but there are significant problems to overcome. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand. Indeed, a world run by animancy. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong. I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time. No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work. I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time, or the forces behind it. My mother and father didn't know the risks, and I can't stop thinking about them. Caution and experience will stop us from repeating their mistakes. That's all I care to say for now. At least, about this topic. I thought my family's research could help Emerald Stair. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidara wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got. I hardly think your Emperor would approve. Good thing he's on the other side of the world. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first. That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castle led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here. He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous. Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castle is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valian trading company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castle succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream. Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul, to become fully aware of my past lives.
Really?
Every Animancer tries, and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life. I try not to think about it too much. Ah, a simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
You're saying living lands doesn't want to be controlled, your parents accepted that risk.
Indeed. Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way. You know... What do you...
Okay, that's everything.
Thanks for talking.
Not everything.
I can't believe it. Ranger Dorsal, a traitor to Fior Messiverno. At least she isn't our problem anymore. My people let nature judge the turncoats. Always have. You did fine. Exile in the living lands is not the worst fate a criminal can suffer, but it's close, and always deserved. Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Messiverno. Blamed animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me know if there's anything else. You too.
A few conversations with them.
Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsli reach that vase.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground. What a pain. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsli stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
No problem.
Pleasant
All
dreams.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giatta's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject? Right. Go ahead. As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy.
We've heard this before.
Right. Right, go ahead. Giatta's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the vricus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giatta seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really. You too.
Hey, about earlier. Sorry for going off like that. I haven't talked about Tom in a while.
What's up?
I haven't had much of a crew lately, and it's been easy to follow your lead. Seeing the choices you've made has put me at ease. Maybe a little too much. First time for everything, huh? Then You're asking me. Okay, who do you want? She's got a lot of heart, and she's loyal to her people and their principles, even when it costs her. Giatta's lost her home, but kept her resolve. It takes a special kind of person to weather what she has and emerge stronger for it. She'll have a lot to figure out after all this, but she's gonna be okay. I noticed that too. It says a lot. I can't say what I'd want the future of animancy to look like, but there's no one I'd trust more than Giatta to figure it out.
Nice.
Sure. You know where to find me.
Alrighty. Oh, and now we get to choose our companions. Oh, it's already chosen. Okay.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
You call that life? I doubt Giatta still thinks her parents are still alive and it really matters to her.
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade. Apple into seed. We think not. They have blossomed now. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. More than alive. No suffering. No end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
Alright, we're back here. Got anything for me?
Oh, hey, it's...
Alrighty.
This is a research site, not a temple.
Actually, I think it's both. I think I actually ever explored around here. I haven't explored around Emerald Stairs that much. After this session, I'm hoping to leave this session by the time we have to go into the next area. And then we can call it quits, and then I can go around and just explore.
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been.
Well,
Oh,
here we
I didn't
are
mean to
on
do
the
that.
precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about?
The Dream Scourge and how to stop it. Anything to do with entity things.
Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face.
Oh.
This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine. We twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door?
Oh, I thought that piece of vines on the wall were
Not
interesting
the result
looking.
I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Hold on to that feeling. We might need it again. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. My thoughts exactly. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
All right.
We gotta see what's down there now.
Yeah.
Gods, did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one. You're going down there, aren't you? I tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive down there. Or if not alive, moving. Whatever it is, it knows only the depths. If you don't return, I'll tell the others what happened.
Oh, thanks.
I feel better about this already. I did not bring us here to explore, but clearly something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you?
That is the question.
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
All right, there.
We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
So she has spectral jolt, like how Kai has fire. She has electricity. That'll open this. Obviously, my gun has electricity as well, so it's not that big of a deal, but. Cancel. Cancel, cancel. I need eye of. Another piece
I'll
of the
wager
card.
those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
I only need one more. I haven't looked once at the hint sheet or whatever. I've just been playing the game, guys. So they're not that hard to find if you just explore. Anything in the water? Look like it.
Let's begin. goes
Nothing
a
like a
long
win
way.
with a good team.
Just a little spark.
No, the knife that pierces in the dark.
What?
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points for the godless, none for the abominations.
Stand back. Look out. Some kind of trap.
Oh my god. Guys, get out of the water. Oh, I'm still electrocuted. They're immune to poison.
Not bad for a scholar.
Say the same to you.
Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
It's surprisingly colorful. Not sure what I expected.
We've seen godless architecture. I've never seen godless art until now.
Yeah, this looks kind of
Just
cool, huh?
imagine how much has been lost. We should keep moving. I don't mean to slow us down.
Nah, slow us down. I like the lore.
I would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. It must be very close. If not underwater, perhaps over it, with the help of some ice.
Oh my god, I almost...
Little power goes a long way. Just a little spark.